Ho-yay! Ho! Welcome to Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, take heed. We acknowledge the Aboriginal parties whose songlines traverse these lands we meet upon today. The Western Waka Waka, Gayabal and Jarowa peoples, and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging. Be it known on this 26th day of January in the year 2022, I, Kevin Howarth, the town crier for the Toowoomba region, welcome you one and all to the Australian Citizenship ceremony. I request that we acknowledge the presence of our Mayor Paul Antonio, and I now invite your MC, Councillor Megan O'Hara Sullivan, to begin proceedings. God bless Australia!
Okay, hello everybody. My name's Megan O'Hara Sullivan. We're going to start the day by raising our flags, giving it a really good wave. Okay, now we're here to have some fun today and to celebrate what we're doing. This year's theme of Australia Day is Reflect, Respect and Celebrate. So we're here to have some fun and we're here to celebrate the fact that you're all joining as Australian citizens. So welcome and welcome along to City Hall. It's really lovely to have you here. Now I'll just start with a bit of housekeeping. So you see the little green signs there, they're the exits. If you hear an alarm, head for one of the exits and the City Hall staff will help you evacuate. I would like to introduce, and the toilets are around sort of along the hallway. I think most of you came up the stairs there, so they're sort of around that way there. So can I introduce the official party? You've met our town crier, Kevin Howarth, who, legend has it, he's got the voice as loud as a chainsaw, so that's quite exciting. If you want to get him started afterwards, you just pull the board and see how he goes. So there's our mayor, Paul Antonio. We have member for Groom, Garth Hamilton MP. We have Tim McCann, who's one of our councillors, and Councillor Carol Taylor, and of course, the innumerable Kevin Howarth, town crier. And we also have some apologies today from Mr. Pat Weir, MP, the member for Condamine, the Honourable David Littleproud, MP, the federal member for Maranoa, Mr. David Janetsky, MP, the member for Toowoomba South, Mr. Trevor Watts MP, the member for Toowoomba North, Councillors Rebecca Bonhoff, Jeff McDonald, Councillor James O'Shea, Councillors Bill Carl, Kerry Shine, Nancy Summerfield and Councillors Melissa Taylor. So now I'm going to call on the member for Groom, Mr. Garth Hamilton MP, to read the Minister's message. Thank you, Garth.
Thank you very much. It's my absolute pleasure to bring you this message from the government and from the Minister for Immigration, Mr. Alex Hawke. Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we've achieved as a nation. We welcome you very much in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently from people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in the freedom and dignity of each individual, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. We value the rule of law, democracy, and equality of opportunity for all people. We stand with other democracies in helping to defend and protect these hard-fought freedoms. We are a resilient nation. Drought, bushfires, floods, and most recently the pandemic have challenged our normal way of life. Our social cohesion, the key strength of Australia, has never been more important. Upon taking the pledge of commitment today, I call on you to embrace these values and the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship and play an active part in your local communities to help us build an even stronger nation. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. And if I can say personally, I'm so very, very grateful that you've chosen to join us, not here just in Australia, but here in Toowoomba. Thank you very much.
It's my job now as Mayor to begin the formal part of the ceremony. But in doing so, can I just take this opportunity on behalf of my colleagues who are here, Councillor Carroll, Councillor Tim, of course Garth is our federal member at that much higher level of government, to say what a wonderful opportunity it is for us to interact with you people, and how good it makes us feel when we see people who want to become Australian citizens, who've been here, who've chosen. Australia always has been a land of opportunity, and ever since those very early beginnings, right back with the First Nation people, and then of course the people who originally came here in chains, who built this country, and then migrants from the four corners of this earth have come here, as you have come here, to build a new life in a land of opportunity. So welcome, and it's a tremendous honour for us. I know my council colleagues and our federal member, just wonderful to be here, and of course Councillor Megan is the MC today. I will now turn to the formal part of the ceremony, which is conducted in accordance with the Australian Citizenship Act of 2007. As part of a legal requirement for today's citizenship ceremony, I will read the preamble from Schedule 1 of the Australian Citizenship Regulations of 2016. The preamble is as follows. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations. By pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. As such, citizenship is both of value to the individual and to the nation. It is a legal requirement, ladies and gentlemen, that candidates say the words of the pledge out loud. The words are on your cards provided to the candidates when you arrived at the ceremony today. Can I ask all candidates to stand, please, and repeat pledge number 1 after me. From this time forward under God,
From this time forward under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Thank you all very much. You may be seated. Your Australian citizenship certificates, an Australian flag, and an Australian $1 coin will now be presented. I would like to invite candidates to come forward when Councillor Megan calls their names to receive their Australian citizenship certificate from Lee, who's moving around there now. Families will be presented with their certificates as a group. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions, no photos or handshake will take place during the ceremony. However, should you wish to take a socially distanced photo with my colleagues and I after the ceremony, you're certainly welcome to do that. I'll hand back now to Megan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Now, everyone's got a flag in their hand. When I call out the name, I want you to give a little wave and cheer that person on to get their certificate, okay? All right, so we are starting with Mr. Joel Pana Aragona, Mr. Julia Ivan Pongis Aragona. Just waving, please. Just waving. There, much better. Ms. Nyandeng Akek Akuk Ajak and Ms. Adat Dad Good. Sorry. No Mr. Rakaz Al Nazir. You? Now, this one I can't mess up, can I? Mr. Roy John Klassen. You? Mr. Parminder Singh Gill. Nice waving, doing a great job on the waving. Thank you. Parminder. Ms. May Oliva Udamar.
Yay!
You. Ms. Rosalind Moody Adley Musa. Ms. Providence Mukayinya and Ms. Etha Atet. Esther. Sorry about that, Esther. Miss Mayui Na. This one might throw me out. Ms. Valray May Castanares Sumalingno. Big Filipino contingent here today. Thank you.
You know it?
Valray.
No.
Now we've got the family. Mrs. Edelan Ros Chihuahua Del Rosario. Mr. Javon Adelaro Del Rosario. Ms. Nika Irish Chua Del Rosario and Ms. Nicole Rose Chua Del Rosario. Well done. Thank you. Now the Filipino contingent. Okay, Mr. Gabriel Cesar Augusto, Miss Angelica Augusto Villar, Mr. Gabriel Augusto Villar, Miss Grazilia Augusto Villar, Mrs. Maria Angeles Villar Dominguez. Thank you. Thank you. And last but not least, big lot waving for this lot. Frederic Marcelo Petrani Rocha, Mrs. Elizondo Fabiola Religia Valenzula, and Sophia Petrania Paul.
What's that? Oh, that's right. I didn't want to correct her. I give her national team is that?
And that, my friends, is the end of the. So welcome back the Mayor, who's going to say a few more words.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's a great honour for my colleagues and I at all levels of government to be part of this. The fact that we're doing this here today, and this is the second of 3 ceremonies we'll have. There'll be another one in about an hour's time. And it's a tremendous honour for us to be part of that. As I said previously, you know, what you're doing is you're coming to a nation of opportunity where there are jobs and there's opportunity for you and for your children, for generations in the future. But I'm particularly proud of Toowoomba and so are my colleagues. Toowoomba's a wonderful place. It's very accepting of the broad culture that we have here. Many, many people from many, many countries have come here and they've made it their home. And they've been welcomed by those who are here to make sure that they really understand that we love this place. So thank you. Australia is a special place. It's a land of opportunity. And I wish each and every one of you every success in the future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would you please be upstanding for the singing of both verses of the Australian National Anthem. Advance Australia Fair.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every sage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who come across the seas, with boundless bliss to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Hey, we can give ourselves a clap for that. I'm supposed to actually give us the national anthem, but I think that was really lovely to hear you all singing. So I said before that the theme of this year's Australia Day is reflect, respect and celebrate. So I hope you then will celebrate now your Australian citizenship. I often think at these ceremonies, if I was in your position and I was in the Philippines or South Sudan or wherever you've come from, if I was there taking that citizenship, how would I feel and what would that be like? And I really think, you know, that line in the national anthem where it says, with courage let us all combine. So I think you are all really courageous. And some of you may not have had a choice to come here, some of you did, but now we have a choice to then go on and build a really great life for yourselves here and to combine that for the betterment of this country. So we are lucky. We thank you for making your choice to come here. We are the lucky ones. So one last wave of the flag. All right, now we're going to finish off with our town crier, who has some yelling and participation needed from you guys. Okay, so let's know what you need to do.
Welcome, fellow citizens of Australia. Hey! So what's going to happen? I'm going to say Aussie and you say Oi. Okay? Now this is the second one today, so I want you to be better than the ones before, okay? So Aussie!
Oi!
But you can say Oi this time, okay? A little bit louder. Here we go! Aussie!
Oi!
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi!
Aussie!
Oi!
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi!
Round of applause, wave the flags, shake the legs!
Now, Kate's got some instructions for photo toss.
You're welcome to come up for photos now with your groups. If you're a smaller family, please stand on this line. If you're a bigger family, step on this line. And yeah.
You're allowed to take your masks off for the photo.
Yes. And then once you've taken your photo, you're welcome to enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone.